Welcome back once again to another Mystelics reaction, guys. We're gonna be reacting to an individual. I think he's some DJ. I've heard that he's some popular DJ in Dominica, I believe it is. And of course, he's talking about the essence of Dominica when it comes down to the economic standing and how can people survive in Dominica. What is going on when it comes down to Dominica right there and then. So with that said, guys, round of applause goes out to each and every one of you guys who tuned in to yet another Mystelics reaction video, guys. Definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. And with that said, guys, let us take a listen to what he has to say. A number of persons send me this stuff, guys, and I don't know, you guys, sometimes all you do is send me things in parts, and all you want me to be playing jigsaw puzzle. Guys, brothers and sisters, just next time, just send me the link, no, please. You have to take things in parts and send for me. Anyways, yeah, let's get it.
And I said, okay, rental go out for the weekend. Maybe by the time Wednesday the money finish it. But what?
Oh, he's talking about like if you rent vehicles, by the time that you weekend finish and the week start using the money, is that money finished by Wednesday?
And I said, okay, rental go out for the weekend. Maybe by the time Wednesday the money finish it. But what about the people that don't have that investment? I wonder how are you making it? Please tell me how are you doing it?
That's a good question, me. In this breadcrumb mentality that we're living in right now, brothers and sisters, it seems like people have to constantly begging. It is a heck of a thing when the people you put in positions to do things for you are taking away things from you and then giving you little breadcrumbs in return for your loyalty when you are the one constantly voting for them to be in the position right there to constantly take and take and take and take away from you. 10 years ago, guys, we were much better than we were in this present day and age. In this modern era, we are worse off than we were 10 years ago, and 20 years ago we were much better. But hey, people want to talk and they want to say things, let them continue, man.
I want to know how are you doing it, boss? My mother have 9 children, boss, and I'm talking about how my mother was doing it, boss.
Well, I think your mother back in the day, I think there's a lot of community spirit when it comes down to neighborly. A lot of people back then were neighborly. So I think that is one of the essence. I grew up around different family members, and not everybody had substance and whatnot, but they did have the quality of life, and they were not living above their means. It seems like nowadays people they see things in courts, man. Oh, let me go and get it. Let me go and take things on higher purchase. And by the time you realize you pay off the thing that in courts, it depreciates in value. For example, you can buy a stove for $8,000. Higher purchase make you, at the end of the time, you end up paying $2,000. By the time you finish pay the $2,000 on higher purchase for the $1,000 stove now, the stove depreciate to $500, so they end up making $1,500 on you. A lot of people don't seem to understand, hey, if you don't have it, stay without. Mark West, if you have to go in the backyard and cook a bomb on a stove, on a stone, put fire, organize yourself until you raise enough money for you to organize. But people like to live above their means. Also, back in the day, people used to actually grow their own food. They used to have their cattle where they used to go and get milk. They used to grow their pig. They used to grow their goats and stuff so they can have meats. They used to go and fish and so forth and so forth. So in this present day and age, people want to just get things so they can buy constantly, and then they end up losing out all their monies without properly budgeting. Back in the day, people used to budget well as well. Handbag was one of the individuals who studied that very thing. How on earth could the people back then who were not educated be sending their children to schools overseas and all kind of things? Or cash? Doing all the things people back then used to build their house cash. You think you can do that in this day and age? You think? Anyways, let's continue.
My mother died now. And I'm the breadwinner in the family, boss. But I still have my life. I don't live in... Boy.
I'm crying.
Junkie. All you taking people for a joke in that country, boy, junkie. All you taking us for a joke in that country, the serious thing, boss. All boy, all you taking people for a joke and people suffering, boss.
The leaders are doing that. But then again, who do you really blame? Do you blame the leaders or the people that put them in the position to do them these things? We oftentimes tend to blame the leaders, but we don't realize it's ourselves we need to blame, because we are the ones putting them in the positions, man. We are the ones doing these things. And when you constantly look at what is happening in Granby, they take somebody from outside. The question has been asked, can the very Vince Henderson himself vote in Granby? But yet still the government want him to be the representative of Granby? That is a heck of a thing. That is a heck of a thing. The very person you put in positions, and immediately with Granby, people are making no noise at all for that. No noise. They're just going to take it and swallow it and say, yes, thank you, Massa. Thank you for sending somebody outside of Granby to represent Granby people. And people, I saw one of the people that I know go up on the stage thanking Vince for listening to them. I was shocked to see these kind of things. I don't know if she getting paid or whatever like that, but Mark West High, see the aye. Let me continue.
And I cry for myself now, I cry for all you. Because some of all you say MJ this, MJ that, boss. I feel the pain, I feel the struggles for all you.
Boy, sometimes guys, and don't get me wrong, one of the things that I noticed when I was growing up, especially around 2005, when I used to talk to the students, my classmates in PSS, I used to talk to them and they used to laugh and say, what nonsense I talking about? No, they saying that what I saying was true. And I remember back then I saying, boy, if things going down the drain, I need to secure myself. Guys, I am totally autonomous to Dominica, you know. But I understand the pain that people are feeling. I understand the pain. I'm telling people, guys, you need to rectify yourself. I'm telling you, you rectify yourself and it's going to get worse. And people don't realize how worse it is getting. For the very people that they put on top that doing their wickedness. And they constantly, because they're giving them breadcrumbs, they're saying, thank you, Massa. You have my loyalty. Thank you. They come and bring windows and doors for people in Granby. They wondering how come the government them can just walk freely in Granby. Back in the day, they couldn't do those things. It seems like Granby gets soft. They talk about Granby have pride. Granby don't have pride again. Which pride that? Or you take a man from outside to come and bring it inside. Aye. And the man walking proudly. Hey. Anyways.
I can maybe survive for a couple months, but my brother, it's not easy.
I know it's not easy, you know. I seen people struggling. Actually help a few of them out there to organize themselves to help elevate their standing. I know it's not easy in Dominica, you know. I know.
It's not easy, boss. Some people have to leave their house and go right wherever they pay, boss. Then you pay, boss. You have no money for yourself.
I remember when I used to work Clear Harbor, wee boy. Clear Harbor, wee boy. And the amount of money I used to spend on bus, just bus alone, I go up and down each day. $8 it was, up and down, $16, $160 every 10 days. 30 days, 16, 32, 16, that is 48. 48. Let me continue.
So when you do the math, it's better you do work quick. Because
by the way, I mean $480, not $48.
Let's say you live in Penville and you're going to work clear about my brother. You have 3 buses to take quick. You have to one from Penville to Portsmouth. Portsmouth to there. But how much cinema we must?
By the time at the end of the day, how much money you get in? When you pay your light bill, how much money you getting to save? That's why people living from hand to mouth. You make the money go in your mouth. Technically, hand to mouth, everything go in. And sometimes when you go and take things by higher purchase because you cannot get much things, you go and take things by cut higher purchase and end up not realizing the value of your stuff is way below at the end of the day. People need to realize what is going on, man.
Or you calculate your money, but you have no money for yourself. Or you paying the rent $1,000.
Boy, I seen Caneville area, they have rent $2,000, boy. When I see that, I ball it. That more expensive than Ross University apartments, you. $2,000, we boy. Ross University apartment was $600-700 US maximum. $2,500 in Caneville. I say, who have this rental property? But anyway. It's unbelievable, eh? It's unbelievable, eh?
Oh, is that the friend you can saw me? You said the friend you can saw me, huh? I ain't a friend. I don't know my friend. You check? Oh, you're not checking. Oh, it's not balanced, my brother. It is not balanced. Now, if you think that balance is going to go sideways.
Of course. We tilt in. Well, we don't tilt in again. No, we tilt and we slide in now. When people don't realize and someone to stay on the bandwagon are going down the mountain, brothers and sisters. You're at the top of the hill and it's barely going to go down. Because that's not how things supposed to be. It's supposed to be balanced. But no, some people will get, some people will go ahead, some people will continue their loyalty to see if they can get whatever they can get without understanding that they put in their own children in the very same slavery that they're in. hoping that the children get some sort of scholarship so they can leave Dominica. That is the best Dominica has to offer. For your children to leave Dominica to go and see if they can get scholarship to go somewhere else to hopefully stay in that country. That is the best that Dominica can offer. I mean, people doesn't think.
You check me. If something is not balanced, if you have a basket with fruits in it, if you put only fruits on one side, the basket is going to go sooner.
Of course.
But if you balance the fruit, centerize it, then the basket is going to stand up straight.
Centerize.
You understand? It is going to stand up straight. You check me? Dime piece cannot sell a little acrylics, a little clothes and a little thing again. Because nobody can go nowhere. You check? Levi's can't sell no jeans. It have nothing, my brother. But what all put it in place, boss? What all have in place for that, my brother? For people like us. For people like us. Entertainers going a long way. Entertainers, you have to put people that selling clothes, them kind of thing there. I don't know what I'm calling them.
I mean, it goes hand in hand. When the entertainers have some sort of event taking place and the women want to dress up and so forth, that is another thing for this type of businesses where they sell clothes and who want to be seamstress and so forth, who want to make nice clothes, especially during like Creole season. We know every Creole season. I don't know how often women have to go and get new type of Creole clothes. I know when you buy your clothes, you make your clothes and then you wait again the other time. But it seems like every Creole season, women want to get new type of Creole clothes, I guess, to go with the modern times. But when these kind of events are happening, then you have a number of businesses partaking, vendors get to do something. So it's not just the entertainment, a plethora of individuals of different sects are also helping. If you go part of World Creole Music Festival, you will see the artists are there, you see the vendors who make foods, meals are there, bus drivers who drive people up and down are getting monies, rental accommodations, all kind of things. So it's not just one set of people that get, it goes hand in hand with other businesses as well.
My brother, the only people that are making money in Dominica right now is supermarkets, my brother.
Because people have to eat. I mean, if you're smart, you make a supermarket in a place that don't have much shops. You make these shops in these areas. You sell supermarkets to the community, and you're good to go. That is one of the best business plans you can actually have. Supermarkets and rum shop that making money. It is.
Manager millions getting more millions on the broke people, boss. Without no money. We don't have no money. You know what from Sector Shop? That's it, but I don't have money now. I need my business. When we don't have money, our money finished. My account.
I remember that girl. That was on Instagram.
Lolo. You know what from Sector Shop? That's it, but I don't have money now. I need my business. When we don't have money, our money finished. My account. Lolo, my brother. I'm talking facts. You know when I see my account go and finish, you know what I do? I take the rest and I send it to the credit union to a security savings. So I wouldn't be zero. You check me?
So it'll make a little interest on you. But it's still low though, it's 2%. Well.
But there's some people, boss, maybe $100 you have in my account, no boss.
Oh, you mad. Guys, one time I went to the bank. And sometimes when you use the ATM, there are people that leave their receipts and stuff. So I saw it at a set of receipts, probably like three of them. Yes, three of them would just lie down there on this stuff. I guess somebody forget to take the thing, the other one come out, the other one come out, the other one come out, and leave the things there. Guys, I saw somebody had a 156.25. The other receipt had $36, and the other one had, I think, what it? $19. You check? That is the money that was on the receipts, the thing that you leave in the remainder. And I check and bought you, but why be there, boy? Different, they just lie down there, It seems like people just come, they put their thing and they just leave it there. They don't throw it in, they just leave it right there for you to see. Then people, I say, we bought it. I say, but what people doing with them? What do people do in their money? But then again, you realize this struggle is real. Because people don't get in much. Sometimes they have to wait for their family members to send a bill or something overseas, Western Union, MoneyGram, or whatever. And that is it for them. That is it for them. You wonder where all the people money. I remember sometime when Ross was there, I remember that a couple of things. And I see somebody zero balance, boy. I guess the person take the last money. At that time, you didn't have to pay $1. The person, the receipt there, you see $0. Boy, we made it. I said, we bought do. Boy, yes, sir.
Yeah, me. I don't know for the me. You have some people on that live there. They do have $100 in their account.
Of course.
And tomorrow, they don't know where they're going to get $100. And they have things to do. They have children. They have children to feed.
As he's saying that there, I remember one of the things of poverty, guys. When you realize what is this, the commonalities between poverty-driven neighbors, you have a lot of people or single parents' homes. And they have a lot of children there in poverty areas. You have a lot of children in poverty-stricken areas. And that is one of the reasons why a lot of people in this vicinity tend to be poor. Because it's not only them looking at themselves to take care of what need to be taken care of before they have children, but when they have children at young age and this kind of things, they are not in secure environments, then the monies that they make tend to go to the children. That is creating frustration, especially for single parents' homes. I think 78% of all single parents of single mothers' homes have delinquent children. So and it makes sense, because when all your money is going to children for school or whatever you if you have a deadbeat father or whatever, and all your little money that you're making is going to children, you don't get to do much. It's gonna create frustration for you. You are then gonna get the frustration and then pass it on to your children, and the children are not gonna get the proper love that they need to then function properly in society. But hey, people don't seem to see these things. They don't seem to see these things. But let's continue.
And they have $100 in their account.
Poor you, man. Read that again.
Boss, they have $100 they have in their account, no boss. Yeah, me. I don't know if you hear me. You have some people on that live there. They do have $100 in their account. And tomorrow, they don't know where they're going to get $100. And they have things to do. They have children. They have children to feed. And they have $100 in their account.
I think one of the reasons why that is they forgot the principles of the olden folks, where you plant your food and this kind of things there. So you get to save a little money. People don't understand money has some level of power. You know, even the Bible says, remember guys, the Bible, let me do two things the Bible says. One, it says the love of money is the root of evil, not money. A lot of people like to say, the Bible says money is the root of all evil. That is false. The Bible says the love of money, the love that you have of money is the root of all evil. The second one is, the Bible also states that money answereth all things. It answereth all things. Notice keyword things, guys. Things, not every single thing in the world, but things. It answers all things, brothers and sisters. It's stress on things, not everything is things. Let's get that straight. So if you don't have money to answer all things or certain problems that you have, you're in problem. Stress on you. And people don't seem to want to understand these things, especially when they constantly put in people in positions who literally, not figuratively, but literally keeping them down. And people doesn't see these things, man. They say, but where else can I go? What else can I do? You can first make the change. You have to go down sometimes before you go up. If you constantly be in flatline, sometimes you have to go down before you go up. But you cannot have the flatlining all the time like that, man. Sometimes you have to leave the very people that are making you think that they're loyal, that they're there for you. And they're not there for you. They're only there because you're supporting them and you get to keep them in positions, and people don't seem to understand these things.
I think it's joking, boss. I don't care about see me crying, no, boss. That's a real thing. The struggle is real. The struggle is real, boss. The struggle is real. And we have no kind of, well, there's no system in place to say that's going to, we're going to get betterment in December or January, boss.
Nothing. Literally, that's why I keep asking children, and I keep asking children time and time over time again. Since I came back in 2020, sorry. So I came back in 2020, asking the little ones, where do you see yourself going? I want to leave. That's what majority saying. Some say they don't know. Some say they want to go in another Caribbean island. They want to go send kids. They want to go Antigua. They want to go. I wouldn't advocate people going Antigua now. But they want to go overseas. They want to get scholarship to see if they can go overseas somewhere. That is what most people telling me. They just saying they want to. Only one person stated that they want to see if they can become prime minister in Dominica to at least help, especially when it comes down to the agricultural basin. And that one individual decided to help him out. to organize him and see when he get a little older, he'll have some funds for himself and so forth. But aside from that, everybody else saying that they want to leave or they don't know. And people think it's joke. And when I come and say this, people think it's me. Guys, people just think it's me. Guys, Dominica doesn't affect me. Dominica cannot affect me. Let me leave that alone. I talking about these things not because I have a passion for people. And when I see people going down, I say, all you need to look, come outside from yourself and see where you go in. It's down you go in, it's not up, it's down. When you constantly have to be begging, you're begging for 20 years. Well, the begging system came in around 2015, I guess. Not 2015, 2010, around there. Around 2010, so 11 years you begging, and begging still continuing. You could call, you keep asking for money. You ask for money in 2010. You ask for money in 2015. You ask for money in 2020. You asking for money in 2021. I mean, he doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. It's not the asking. You have to start creating. But people don't see these things. It's internet friendly kind of people. Hey, I want it now.
You check me.
Sometimes you talk all the talk there. You talk all that talk there. People see you crying. They understand what you're saying. Just like I meet some liberates in Portsmouth and they say, Mystelics, I understand what you're saying. I understand, you know. But it's my PM. The other lady tell me she love her husband. I wonder who's her husband. She tell me PM. I say, you and Melissa Bantine or something? She says she love her husband. That's my husband. But then if you look at her conditions, you realize, what kind of husband that treating you? What kind of husband? You get like $1,000 every 5 years or something, and you feel that is the person for you. Eh? That is the person for you. Inflation going up. Look, we don't even have 1 cent and 2 cents again. What do you think the value of a dollar going to be? The value of a dollar, not even a dollar. The value of a dollar is 85 cents now. Well, back in the day, decreasing now because of inflation. Every year is about 1 point something percent of the value of money is decreasing every year. I think 2019 was 1.62. So that what is to tell you? And the reason why I say 85 because VAT is of course 15%. If it's still 15%, I think they say they want to raise it or something. I don't know. But VAT is 15% apparently. So the value of a dollar is what? 85 cents. So when you can buy things, boy that looking thing, or you saying boy that thing, when you realize you check yourself. Some people tell me they go into the grocery store. Back in the day when they still spending $100, they used to come with a full thing. You go in the grocery store now, you buy a little 1-2 things, you owing them money with 1-2 things now because your $100 doesn't mean nothing. Your $100 doesn't mean nothing at all. Sometimes you have to be spending $300, $400, $500 for groceries for well, all you will hear these things, people crying there all day, tell you these things, and all you still wouldn't bother the people. It's rather interesting. So I heard a twist of it. This same individual was part of the campaign. I think the DLP campaign. He was one of the individuals who was, I guess, jumping up with them. I've heard that he is a freaked out individual who tends to have fun in the place and not necessarily associated to people. But when people seeing you dressed in red or in red and you with them and so forth, and you don't say it's not a joke. When it's truly not a joke, but at the end of the day, we see you go in place and you're having fun and whatnot, but not realizing it's at the expense of other people who seeing you there. They're seeing you there, and it's like you showing support, having fun and whatnot. So the people that following you, some of them will definitely join in for the very thing that is opposed to what you're saying right now. And some people told me it was a video last night that he was dressed all in red, and now he don't know what happened from last night to this morning. They don't know. I saw a video of them in Grand Bay going up and down the place. I don't know if that video was another video or the same video. I don't know. But from that time to now, it's a completely different story. And he's saying these things. His brother is like he's crying. Talking to the people, saying, what happened, man? I think in Dominica we have lost the community spirit for 1, 2. We don't know how to budget anything. We just want to get monies to try to do things to please people who are also poor. I don't understand this man is there. You trying to buy all kind of. I see people carrying Gucci belt and all those things. Just buy a normal belt now. Just buy a normal belt. You want to carry a Gucci belt to make people feel like you have a little money, but then they see you and they realize you don't have money, you just have a Gucci belt. You can spend all your money on stupid Gucci belt. All you know is it, and then you're buying Gucci purse and Gucci shirt and all kind of Gucci foolishness. It's a brand, brothers and sisters. You're paying money for a brand that can wear the same thing. It's a shirt you just staple like brand on it and you're expensive. Just to show people that they have some sort of money. I never know people just try to pretend that they have money. That's something you know from people. You think Bill Gates doesn't have money. You think Mark Zuckerberg doesn't have money. You think none of these people, Nina Vaca or Richard Branson, do have money. They don't have to be dressing with Gucci and this foolishness there. You know they have money. They have nothing to prove to you. Why then are poor people trying to prove to other poor people that they're not poor even though they're poor? I don't understand. But anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on the whole situation right there, guys? From my understanding of when he was in the red jumping up, he was just having fun and thing. But at the end of the day, people still see, you out there, you cry now, understanding the sentiment. And I've been talking about this for a long, long time. And the funny thing is, I don't know if people think that it affects. It doesn't affect me, brother. It doesn't affect me at all. Although sometimes when I have to go to the store, I realize I have to spend how much money for certain things, and I guess it affects me in that way because I spend my money to bring foreign exchange to Dominica. That's what I tend to do. Bring a little foreign exchange to Dominica to spread around the people and so forth. But outside of that, guys, I mean, people are actually living and working in Dominica. You don't understand what happened to all you. Grande people, you don't understand what is about to happen to all you. They come in there with fanfare. They were never there before. They come in fanfare. Hey, ambassador. Ambassador coming to represent us. Thank you so much for being there, listening to us. That's what I heard one of my friends, one of my people, them saying in Grande. I don't even pay them money or something. Boy, tell you, boy. Thank you so much for listening to us. They come bring windows and doors and a little money here and there, sharing around all you. After election, win election, they'll be gone. They'll be gone, brothers and sisters. I saw the park and they'll clean up the park. Park wasn't being cleaned for how long? Until by-election came and they come to pretend as if they're doing something for all you. And all you see this and all you constantly fall in the same trap. That is a hell of a thing with the poverty minds. It is a hell of a thing for you to be poor when it comes down to substance. But if it's far worse, brothers and sisters. It is far worse when you are poor in mind. It is far worse, and then Peter have to pay for Paul, Maguesa. Peter have to then pay for Paul, especially if the majority have a poor mind. And the people who are actually trying to make a change, sometimes they're even fighting the very people that are trying to make a change to help them. I've seen this. I've seen this happening. Boy, I tell you, boy. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below. This is pretty much all about us for this year reaction. I just thought I'd react to this. I'll post the link in the description as well for you guys to listen to it. And I will see you guys in the next reaction video.